the Frames Per Second podcast. Welcome, everybody, to the Frames Per Second podcast. My name is Kenneth B. Inch. Joining me on the show, I have Mike and Spike. What up, y'all? Today we're talking about the new movie Bugonia that just released with Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, Aiden Delbis, Alicia Silverstone, and Stavros Hilkias. I don't know how to say that, but anyway, it is an English remake of a 2003 South Korean cult film titled "Save the Green Planet" by Yang Hung.
All right, bro. I was gonna say, just leave it. Just move on, man. God damn.
Jang Ju Wan. It's directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, known for The Lobster, The Favorite, and Poor Things, which would explain some of how this looked. And it's a dark, absurdist comedy that blends sci-fi, horror, and satire. And it was made in Ireland, South Korea, and U.S. So the whole thing about the whole movie, the premise is two men kidnapped a pharma CEO they believe is an alien bent on destroying Earth. So yeah, that's what that is. I'm trying to find, because Bugonia actually is a. I'm trying to find. I had the definition of what that actual word actually meant.
It's a Greek word. It's a myth that bees come from the carcasses of dead cows.
That's what Bugonia means?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yep. Oh, yeah, there it is right there. But yeah, anyway. Spike, you were interested in seeing and watching this movie. We have now watched it. Mm-hmm. What did you think?
I didn't hate it. I will say that I was interested because I thought Emma Stone, the preview was interesting, just them acting like she was an alien or thinking that she was an alien. I'm here for Jesse Plemons. I think he does a good job in all of his movies. That was another reason that I wanted to see it. But the main reason that I wanted to see it, because I was guessing from the previews, I thought she's definitely going to be an alien because it don't look like they trying to sell us on this being ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So I pulled a rod, and I was thinking going into it, she gonna end up being an alien. I was swayed during the film that she was not. They played it very well, I thought, but then of course we'll talk about the ending. But all in all, I'm not mad that I seen it, but I could have watched it on streaming.
Could you have watched it on streaming, Mike?
Yeah, I could have watched it on streaming, but I love this movie. I had a fun time with it.
It was fun.
It was definitely a fun movie. It kept me engaged the whole time. It was slow, like you were saying earlier. It was slow, but I was fine with it being slow. But I was not fine with the dude 2 seats down from me falling asleep and snoring. But he paid for his seat. It's his business. But nah, man, this was really good. I'm really interested to see what y'all's take is with the ending.
Yeah, I had no interest in seeing the movie. I didn't know anything about it. But like you guys, I definitely walked away. I was like, damn, I'm actually glad I watched that. I really enjoyed it. I was concerned because I think the whole kidnapping kind of happened early. And I was like, how are they going to stretch this out for a whole movie? But they found a way to do it and kept it very engaging. So I arrived a little bit late. So when I walked in, Emma Stone's character, Michelle Fuller, was walking into the building. And then we got to...
you didn't miss a whole 5 minutes. Well, maybe 5 minutes.
So it just kind of started.
You missed because it starts off with the bees, with Teddy and Don and the bees, but it's only for like a minute or two.
Okay, cool.
And then it cuts to her, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah. So I didn't miss much. Great. So we see Michelle Fuller walking in, the CEO of Solith. You meet Teddy then afterward and his neurodivergent cousin Don. Teddy believes that she is part of an alien race called the Andromedans, and he wants to kidnap her. That's the whole thing behind the movie. And, they kind of really just dropped us into it, and they just kind of talking about this whole thing with very little background about why. They kind of filled in those gaps as we moved along. But yeah, so what did you guys kind of think about our introduction to Teddy, Don, Emma as well, because she's meeting with her staff and she's walking around talking about, oh yeah, you can leave early unless you got a lot of work to do. So it's a lot of like references to things that are happening now with her being kind of like fake liberal. Is that kind of what we imply? That she was.
I wasn't getting that.
What'd you get from?
I just got that she is one of those corporate bosses that tries to act like she cares about her people.
But she don't really.
But she doesn't give a fuck. Yeah. She's like, oh, you can leave. I want y'all to know that you have the option to leave early. Unless it's a bunch of work.
Yeah.
Then I need you to get the work done. But if you don't have a bunch of work, you can leave early. But you don't have to. That sounds like some corporate bullshit.
Right, because she was doing a whole diversity video recording too. As well. So that's why I was like, it felt like some very fake corporate bullshit that they were doing to make the company look good, but they really don't give a fuck.
Right.
Facts. I got the same thing, overcompensating CEO, like acting like she's there for people. To your point, I did like that they dropped us into it without much context because it swayed throughout the movie where you're thinking Jesse Plemons, like, he's just a crazy person, dude. Like just dropping us into it and him giving the context behind stuff, and you like, if you've met people like this, or you've seen on, you're like, oh, this is some weird, crazy person that has these theories and ideas that are nowhere near the truth. So I did like that not having much backstory and it being revealed throughout the movie. I thought that was very well done.
Yeah. So they move forward with their plan. They kidnapped her. They did a chemical castration
on themselves. Yeah.
On themselves, which is very extreme. Don definitely didn't want to do it.
He had no pussy yet.
Yeah, he was like, he said,
shit, I don't believe the other one had either.
You don't think so?
Hell no. Wait.
We don't know.
I can pretty much assume. And I think it had something to do with what we found out later too.
About the Sheriff Casey being an abuser? Yeah.
Y'all, because we've already passed the part. Did y'all not notice the Atlanta spots?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say.
Atlanta spots?
Yeah, you could tell
this was
some of
filmed
the
in
stuff they
Atlanta.
shot down here.
Was it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When they were walking, they were off Moreland. And I bugged out in the theater when they went to Goodwill. We'll get to that part later, but that's my Goodwill. That's the Goodwill I'm always at. That's over in West End.
Yep.
I was tripping out the whole. You didn't know this fucking Freedom Parkway?
There was
No.
At the end?
When they were walking in some places, you could tell like that was Cobb County.
Yeah, you're talking about Goodwill when they went to go get all the equipment they needed to kidnap her.
Yeah, and there's a part where they're walking and they're right in front of, there's that Kroger and that City. What is it? What's that shitty ass clothing store? City
Trends.
City Trends. Yeah, it's over by the shoe store on Moreland. Yeah, man, there was a lot of Atlanta spots in this movie.
Damn.
Anyway,
I totally missed that.
Because they're in Georgia in the movie.
Oh.
But they're supposed to be in like rural Georgia, but I mean, they're not.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I totally missed that. But their kidnapping plan was terrible.
It was.
Bro.
It was.
She whooped their ass. Poor Don got...
Man.
She fucked Don up.
Don got mollywopped and just stayed on the ground.
Yeah, he wanted no parts. But I told y'all, man, them shoes come off, bro. She was...
That shit had me dying. When she kicked her shoes off, I was like, oh, she's about to fuck y'all up.
And I like
about to fuck y'all
They built up to it. They show her little montage where she work out and do this whole thing. And they thought
that was interesting that they were like, they were showing her working out, then they were showing themselves working out.
And they was doing bullshit.
And they were doing bullshit. I was like, oh, that's not, y'all not ready at all.
Yeah. But eventually got her. I thought, of course he hit her with the hit her with a needle and she passed out. But yeah, they were not good at the job. But and Don's feeling terrible about the idea. He's not convinced at all with this whole thing. He's just kind of going along with it.
Poor dog, man.
I know.
Why poor Don?
Cause he got this fucking idiot who's like he got to follow and like he just doesn't have the mental capacity to say no or do other things. Like he think this is life.
He
Well,
told
I
Don
feel
he's
so-
a hero.
I feel
Was he
bad
idiot,
for him.
though?
He said he was mentally divergent,
No, I'm saying, yeah, I mean, you know.
Neurodivergent.
neurodivergent.
What did he say?
Mentally. It's the same
Oh,
thing, I guess.
okay. Yeah, I mean, was Teddy really an idiot?
That good point. We'll get to it at the end, but yeah, good point.
Well, I think because he came across as one early.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the things he was saying, his logic sounded like some country conspiracy theorist
Facts.
that is traumatized because of what happened to his mom, and this is his way of coping with that.
Yeah.
But then there's language and things he was saying that was like, wait a minute, that actually sounded smart.
Mm-hmm. Like you read a book.
Yeah, for sure. But nevertheless, so they kidnapped her and they shave her head and they smear her with antihistamine cream and demand that she contact her mothership. Now, a lot of this stuff sounded crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like hair being the way that she communicates to her people. Like that shit sounds stupid as hell. So all this shit sounded like they're just making shit up. And then they had 3 to 4 days before the lunar eclipse. And then you get the title cards, of course. And then we get a flashback of Teddy's mother who was left comatose by the drug. And Michelle covered it up, but she's funding the treatment. And police began searching for Michelle. And then we also meet Sheriff Casey as well. So just the overall tone, what did you guys think about the opening tone? Tragic, ridiculous, funny?
I think they did a really good job of making it just funny enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because without the humor, it would have been even slower than it was. But as the audience, as we look at it, we're like, is this supposed to be funny? Or am I just like, because I was the only person in my theater that was laughing and stuff. Like,
Wow.
it was quiet in there and it was people in there. But I just like, I loved the dark humor and like the whole, you're an alien, even with when they electrocuted her, I thought that was great. And he just looked like this mad scientist who was just fucking crazy. But it came off funny, like just the conversation that she was having and how she was responding to him like, man, you're the most ridiculous person on earth. Like, so I think that both of them, Jesse Plemons and what's her name?
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. I think both of them were doing a fantastic, even Dom. Like to act that way, like I think.
Oh, he is that way, though.
Oh, he is for real? Are you serious? Because that was one of the
Like,
things.
no, he's not that way. No,
I was sitting there thinking, I was like, boy, he acting his ass off, boy. Like, 'cause it-
Wait, no, you joking?
No, I'm pretty sure he's, yeah.
No.
I'm pretty sure. I'm
Really?
almost positive. Yeah. Because when I was reading up on him, it
Oh.
said that he is,
Never mind.
this was a very inclusive cast. And then when they showed him taking a picture, he kind of looked.
like that.
Yeah.
He fooled me then, but even still,
He didn't
good
fool
job
you.
acting.
Yeah,
I was like, boy, he is killing this, cause man,
I thought he was too. He had the hands going
Yeah.
too, bro. I'm with you, Spike. I thought he was acting.
I was like,
He was
boy,
still doing the hands in the picture I saw. That's why I was like, oh, I think he actually is.
I was like, boy, he acting his ass off. But yeah, like I think they did a really good job of capturing everything and keeping you as an audience member just confused. Like, bro, what is going on? And then slowly releasing stuff.
It said that he's on the autism spectrum,
Yeah, okay.
Oh man.
but he probably was acting. He's, I don't think he's all the way
as that character.
as that
okay.
character, right? I don't know a nice way to put it, but yeah, no, he was great.
He was.
He was great. I believed everything the whole time. They all killed it.
Mike, were you surprised that she didn't seem all that concerned when she woke up?
No, I wasn't. Well, I wasn't surprised because, like Spike, I also thought, oh, she's an alien. Because I was like, the way his movies are, I'm like, oh yeah, you're trying to make us not think she's an alien, which means she's going to be an alien.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that they were making a commentary on just the elite, rich elites, and how they deal with the public. So when she woke up and she was just like, oh, I'm still in charge. All I got to do is talk to you a certain kind of way, and I'm going to get out of this. I was like, yep, that's how Elon would act if somebody fucking kidnapped his bitch ass.
Facts.
He would act like he's still in charge.
I'm smarter than you.
I'm smarter than you.
I'm gonna eventually say something to get out of this.
That's right.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah. Initially, I didn't go in like trying to figure out what with her. I think it was halfway through the movie. It was because I think they did a good job of trying to keep you off. You know, if you didn't go in and be like, oh, she's an alien. And there was one point when Don was like, man, I don't think she's an alien. I think she's a human. I think it was the torture scene when she was being electrocuted. I think he was really concerned. He was like, bro, I think she's actually a human. I think that was good enough to kind of throw people off track. Because, that was pretty brutal. But, the whole, basically talking to them like she was the boss. And Teddy was not going for it at all. Like, she would say certain things and he would be able to respond back with something. This is when you got a chance to really see his intelligence, shine through. And, at one point she kind of realized that she was up against a formidable opponent and she couldn't talk him out of letting her go. Cause she was saying all kind of shit that they'll say, oh, I'll give you money. Oh, this, that, and the other. And he was like, nah, I'm not biting it.
It's deeper than rap. Only money.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ran through the gamut. She tried with being dominant and forceful. It didn't work. Then she tried to appeal to their, whatever sensibility she could possibly figure out. That didn't work. I think they might have mentioned that they were castrated.
Yeah, they did. They
mentioned
told her
something around because, like, I'm sure she was going to try the whole, I think you're cute kind of thing, and
she did. Yeah,
that wasn't going to work. So nah, man, he was on it.
Yeah, he was like, nah, that's not gonna. Yeah, because he's like, he told us that's not gonna work because we chemically castrated. She was like, what the fuck?
like, damn, I'm ass out.
Yeah. But what you guys think about the sheriff, Casey?
I thought something was up with him the second he showed up on screen.
Yeah, he was weird.
He was
gave
super weird
energy as soon as he knocked on the door and was like, I didn't want to impose.
This is the first thing when he was riding on the bike and he pulled him over.
Oh, okay. I fell asleep on that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was really weird and awkward. Almost like he made. Well, we revealed later. We found out, but if you saw it, like it seemed like either they were in a relationship or something happened.
Yeah, that's how it gave the impression that something physical had happened between the two of them. And at first I was like, am I just reading into this? Is this like some weird internalized homophobia or something? But after a while I was like, no, I don't think I'm reading into this. I think something happened, but I never thought that they were in a relationship. I assumed that the sheriff raped him because of how he was acting. So yeah, it was very awkward because you could tell that Teddy just wanted to fucking leave. Teddy wanted to get away from this dude the whole time, and he just kept like, well, I was just worried about you. Just wanted to come see how you're doing. It was just weird.
Yeah, I think he was kind of walking up on him. He was kind of backing up a little bit. Yeah.
It was weird.
So it was really, really odd. So anyway, so that's kind of like the beginning where they were kind of setting everything up. But this is where I was concerned because I'm like, man, we have a lot of movie left. So how are they going to manage the rest of this? Because now the police are searching for her. And then things start to escalate because we get flashbacks of why we're here. Further signals to the audience that he may be actually crazy and unable to cope with what happened to his mom. And that she's not an alien and that he's doing this because he wants to get revenge. And then we get, torture scenes and the, electroshock and all this other stuff. What do you guys think about the backstory with Teddy's mom?
That bothered me. Because in what universe is Alicia Silverstone Jesse Plemons' mom? It made no fucking sense. And I was watching it and I was like, that's not his mom, must be his sister. But then when he kept saying that's my mom, I was like, wait, what? And I had to look up to make sure I'm not tripping, but they're only like 10 years apart. She didn't even look anywhere near old enough to be his mother. So now I'm wondering, is this part of the movie? Is this some kind of symbolism? I don't know.
Maybe some like rural Georgia, like had
Is
a
that what they were
child
going for?
when she was young type stuff.
She had him when she was 12 then.
Yeah, I think that's what they were going. That's how I took it anyway.
Yeah. Because did he ever mention their dad?
He left.
The dad
He
left,
and
right?
never came
But
back.
okay, so I wasn't tripping.
I didn't even look at the age thing
It just didn't look like that was she was old enough to be his mother.
because I think because well, yeah, I guess you're right. I just automatically turned him into a child, and that he was just remembering having these visions, and he was just as an adult remembering things. He was just surrounded by like these images of.
No, but he saw her when he went to the hospital later. And it was Alicia Silverstone.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, wait, what? This doesn't make any sense. It wasn't a huge deal.
Yeah.
But his reasoning because of his mother, that made sense.
And that added to the sway of, oh, she's not an alien. He's just mad. He's
Right.
upset. He's crazy. Like, it gave to that premise, like, okay, I'm seeing now that with how they're trying to do it.
Yeah, you think about the U.S. healthcare guy, the CEO that was killed. And that was a violent act that led to the death of him because of, I think it was a personal situation that happened with him. And in this movie, you have something that kind of parallels that. A very personal, traumatic experience to him. His mom is in a coma because of this experimental drug. We're in rural Georgia, so this corporations taking advantage of people in this community because they probably weren't able to afford it. So they're being basically predators and using them for experiments.
Yeah.
And this led to his mom, being in a hospital, comatose. But yeah, so you have the electric shock scene. Wait a minute. Was this before or did this come before or after he punched her?
That was way after.
That
He slapped her. That was early in the movie.
was early. God, what did he slap her for?
I don't remember. She said something smart-assy back.
Because he went to the car and he was having a fit. God, I really needed to watch this twice.
I did too.
Because there was a lot in here.
Yeah, I can't remember what
Damn
she
it.
said, but he popped her and then she was just shocked.
Yeah, very, very, very violent. God, what did she say? I can't remember. But yeah, but either way, I think the next biggest traumatic scene was the shocking. Because I'm not gonna lie, at this point, I wasn't like y'all. I was like, I thought she was a human.
Yeah.
I was like, man, like he is going very strange. He kept turning the voltage up all the way to 400.
He was shocked. He couldn't believe that she was able to take it. Like,
But then he
I
was like,
loved
oh,
his reaction.
she's a queen.
Like, yeah, she's a queen.
Yep.
She's like, I'm sorry, Your Highness, and all of this. That was good, man. It made it. It just played into that character. Jesse Plemons did an amazing job. It just played into the character of like, man, bro. And again, that's why I like that they didn't give us a lot of context and they gave it throughout the movie versus at the beginning. Because you're having to figure out as someone watching this movie, like, as he's electrocuting her, you're like, bro, this dude is fucking insane.
Yeah.
And Dom also adding to it, like, bro, you need to slow down. Like, we don't know these that, and then we learned it.
Yeah, he was very concerned.
absolutely
Like, Dom was
Dom was the audience.
Yeah, he was like us,
being like, wait,
100% like,
is this true?
Right,
Is
bro,
this
what are you
not true?
doing?
What's going on?
Yeah,
No, they did that really well.
they did.
And the fact that, they gave that to, well, never mind. I won't even go there. Never mind.
But yeah,
I know what you were saying, and I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. I
Because
just
it
don't want-
works.
Yeah.
We as the audience feel like,
Yes.
I know exactly what you think.
I just don't feel like dealing with no
Yes.
dumbasses
Yeah.
online. But yeah.
yeah, because when he was like, because it seemed like he just doubled down, like he did not want to be wrong. So when she was able to taste the torture, and he was like, "Oh my God, this is actually the queen," which probably kind of relates to the bees. This is what I kidnapped, and as a viewing member or Don, we're like, bro, like you're torturing this person and you're subjecting her to extreme cruel treatment, and you don't believe the fact that I say she's human. You're saying you're more convinced that she's an alien. And we're like, bro, like, nah, I think you got this one wrong, bro, buddy. I think you're wrong about this one. Yeah, you need to let her go.
So y'all didn't start to wonder how she could take all that voltage? Because I was like, oh, she's definitely an alien. Like, how else was she able to take that?
This was when he said that. If it sounded like he was like the director or the writer was trying to misdirect us at this point. This is when I started to think. I was like, oh, not because she was able to endure the treatment, but it was just like, it was the way he said it. Was like, oh, now you're trying to convince us that she really is human. So that's when I started to wonder if she's actually an alien. But I didn't even think about her enduring that.
I wasn't familiar enough with it. I honestly put it on him thinking that he thought that machine was stronger than it was.
Okay.
And I thought that he was just like in his own cuckoo brain thinking like, oh, she shouldn't be able to take this one. Really, it wasn't even rigged right.
Oh,
because the lights went out and you had the flickering and stuff, the things of that nature.
But it was 400 to 500 volts.
Yeah.
So, that was a lot for her to take. But yeah, I didn't even question it. But after that, when he realized that he actually has a queen, they have dinner. This dinner scene was good. I love the conversation that they had when they were talking about bees. And this one, you start to really see that this guy actually has some intelligence to him.
Can I go to the bathroom?
So I thought that was interesting. That he wouldn't let her. But see, the thing I thought was interesting about that, Spike, he wouldn't let him go.
Why wouldn't he let him go?
Because he was actually doing the things. He was in a position of power over Don. And he was controlling what Don was able, when he was able to actually go and everything. So he was, and he wouldn't let this guy go. There was no harm in him going at all, but this guy needed to go to the restroom, but he wouldn't let him go. And he had to sit there and do this whole thing. So he was actually sort of doing the things that he was accusing other people of doing.
What was I'm trying to remember what the conversation was at the table. Because I remember thinking like he just doesn't want Don to miss anything that's being said. But I can't remember exactly what it was that they were talking. Wasn't it when she was saying that she could save his mom?
She did say that, yeah, because she kept talking about the mom. She's like, she was talking about the mom. And almost like she was blaming him for what happened with the mom. But whatever it was, he didn't like the... No, I don't think that was it.
It was the conversation. Don was blaming her and the pesticides for bees almost becoming... Well, not Don, but Jesse Plemons. Bees almost becoming extinct.
Right.
And he was telling her it was her fault. And she was saying, oh, there are new studies, and trying to say that the new studies this. And he was like, I knew you'd say that. And he was really trying to defend the fact. And I think that's why he wanted Dom to say, to your point, he was really trying to defend the fact that, no, what I'm saying about these bees is right. And you're giving me this legal corporate jargon that you guys have created to avoid lawsuits.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, because he said something about CCD or something like that he called it, that I think it's a bee thing. And they were talking about like how bee colonies are real interesting because they're just workers and laborers, and their sole job is to serve the queen in this community. So yeah, but shit turned crazy when he kept talking about the mom. And when that motherfucker ran across that table, y'all.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Man.
Choking her out.
He sold that shit. He ran across that motherfucker like a damn dog, bro.
Facts.
Yeah. And then they started fighting and he was choking. He was damn near about to kill her.
Yeah.
And Don saved her.
Don saved her, then she started kicking ass. I liked the line. She said, I'm better than you because, what'd she say? That was a great fucking line. She said, I win. I'm the winner. You're the loser or something like it. Because I'm better than you.
Also what elites would think.
Yeah,
regardless.
exactly.
Even if they're in that position, they're still going to think they're better than you.
Yeah.
Which is why it was such a good line.
I can't remember what it was either, but I do remember thinking the same thing. Like, damn.
She said, you don't get to win. I win. I'm a winner and you're a loser. That's just how it goes.
That's just how it is, right?
Bro, you're a prisoner.
It don't matter.
You've been electrocuted.
It don't matter.
That takes some balls to say that to somebody that has you hostage.
It did.
Yeah, but anyway, Sheriff Casey shows back up. And Yeah, because Michelle stabbed. Yeah, she stabbed Teddy too, didn't she?
Yeah, she
Stabbed him in
stabbed
the
him with a
arm.
fork.
Yeah,
I
yep.
did Dom hit her in the head with the shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I thought he was gonna hit Teddy
Yeah.
first, but knocked her ass out. But yeah, Casey shows up, and this is when we get the reveal that he molested him as a kid, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's my weakness right there." Like
That
what?
cake.
It was like the cake, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This was a weird, cringe scene.
Yeah.
They did a great job in making you feel like, bro,
Uncomfortable.
yeah, very uncomfortable. But I feel like he knew something. The sheriff, like he was kind of investigating to the sense of like, you might got something to do with this.
Yeah, because the cell phone had
Pinged
pinged
in the area.
Mm-hmm.
in the area. So he was like, I couldn't tell if he was actually investigating it or if he was using that as an excuse to go by his
over
house.
there, right? I
Yeah.
could not tell.
I think he was investigating, but I think he took it as a moment to also kind of further like apologize for what he did. But I'm with you. It seemed like he knew something, but he didn't want to believe that Teddy was involved.
Right. That's how it came off.
Yeah,
too.
but we never got a clear answer because he sat there and started doing cake, and then he kept asking. He was like, "Oh yeah, you know what? You're probably right. I'm just being ridiculous." And then it shifted to something personal, and then they'll come back and it was like, "Well, are you sure you haven't seen such and such?" He was like, "I just worked there." Interestingly enough, he works in a factory.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's owned by her company.
Think about Amazon. Is one. So there's another one. So a lot of parallels there. But while this whole conversation is taking place, though, you have Don downstairs talking to Michelle, and she's trying to manipulate him into letting her go.
Yep.
And she's like, "Thank you for not killing me." Blah 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 blah.
This was a lot.
And
did y'all kind of see this coming?
The second he said, "Tell my brother I love him. I'm ready to go," or whatever, I was like, "Oh, he's about to kill himself."
somebody said that out loud.
God damn.
Somebody said he about to shoot himself.
Shut the fuck up.
Right.
God damn.
Honestly, I did not see that coming.
Oh.
Until the old boy said it. Until he said it, I was like, didn't happen.
When he started asking about the spaceship and shit like that, and then he was like almost open to the idea, I was like, he's gonna shoot himself. Okay.
Yeah, but so why would he do that though? Because he has no proof that he can be brought back to life. Why would he kill himself?
I think he was just tired. He was just tired of like being under his thumb. He didn't want to be in this situation. I'm just using this as an excuse. I don't even care if I can come back. I'm just using this as an excuse to get away. Like, I don't want to be here.
But he said, he asked, he was like, "You can help me. You can help us." I don't know. Do you think he was talking about like
Mentally.
him? Helping him, or?
I don't really have answers for this part. It was powerful just because, it was supposed to be unexpected. And for the most part it was. And it was right after him saying, "Tell my brother I love him," or "Tell my cousin I love him." I don't know. I don't have anything as far as exactly why he did it. I don't know. But it was very shocking.
And graphic.
Because they showed that shit.
She said,
Yeah.
shit,
Yep.
motherfucker.
No empathy.
No, she did not care.
No.
She just mad the blood got all over her.
She was mad that she thought she was going to be able to talk him into letting her go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that it didn't go off that way.
Yeah.
And this too this was where I suspected her to be an alien, start leaning towards that, because she knew someone was upstairs. All she had to do was yell.
Mm-hmm. And she didn't.
And she never did. It never even considered in her mind to yell and the police will hear me and they'll come down here and they'll save me.
Unless she thought he would shoot her if she yelled. Because he had the gun on her.
He did have the gun on her.
But yeah, I don't, yeah. I was thinking the same thing, but I was like, okay, maybe she's worried that Don will shoot her. But it was also, if we're going off like metaphors, when she's basically telling him, "I'll take you with me," which is what a lot of elites kind of give this impression of, you can have what I have. You can get to where I get. People like fucking Elon, people like Jay-Z, you know, trick people into being like, oh, you can be a millionaire just like me, or you can be a billionaire just like me, and then we just work ourselves to death, and it never happens. So if we're looking at it metaphorically, that's the only thing I could pull from this. That he was like, okay, I'm ready, and he kills himself because I mean that's essentially what we do, trying to get to where these people are. We fucking work ourselves to death, and it still never happens.
Yeah, he's been through a lot emotionally too. Yeah. You know, he never wanted to go through with this at all from the beginning. She punched the shit out of him in the beginning. You know, he's watching this woman he thinks is a human tortured. He saw Teddy punch her. He saw Teddy electrocute her. Mm-hmm. He saw Teddy violently attack her during the dinner scene, choking her to death. So that's a lot for him to kind of process and take, given where he's at with being neurodivergent. So if this is a way out, and he still, I don't even know if he even believes it, still at this moment that she's an alien.
At this point, it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think he was probably just like, you know what, maybe you're right. It's just like, I'm done. Like, you know, and if this is true, then so be it. But I'm just over all of this, you know. And then he chemically castrated. He was like, I can't even get no pussy.
Right.
So I really got nothing to live for now.
They should at least want him got on hooker first.
At least.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Yeah. So, but the other thing that happened, because now things are starting to ramp up a little bit. So we had that, and then we had.
At least he got the spray on her face before he died. B, that's not funny, man. Go outside.
We had Teddy killing the sheriff. Was this revenge, or did Teddy think that the sheriff was onto him?
I think all of the above.
I thought it was revenge. Yeah, because how was he onto him? Like, what happened?
He heard the gunshot.
He heard the gunshot. He was like, what the heck?
No. Because remember, they were having a conversation. He sat down on the couch, and he apologized for it. And then he just randomly said, hey, you want to go see my bees?
He was trying to get him out of the house.
Yeah.
I don't think he was going to kill him in that moment. I think he was trying to get him out of the house.
Oh, I thought when he asked him to go see the bees, I thought he was going to kill him.
I don't think so. I think that he knew that the sheriff still kind of maybe had a thing for him or something. So he knew he could be like, well, I'm taking care of these bees. You want to come see the bees? He was just trying to get him out of the house so he wouldn't know that old girl was downstairs. Okay. I think he only killed him because the gunshot happened and then he just took that moment. Because, I mean, it was a brutal killing. He didn't have to do all that. He could have popped in one good time and been straight.
He beat the shit out of him.
But he fucking
and the bees was fucking him up too.
Yeah, the bees went and stung them all up, and yeah,
that's a horrible, man. And they just that's a lot.
R.I.P. Thomas J. Man.
Who?
That's his name?
Thomas J. No, from my girl.
Oh. My mom got so mad at me when I laughed. I laughed my ass off when he was running around. He was trying to. It's like, why you bring your stupid ass over there? Dumb little fucker. That's what you get.
You being stung by all of those bees, and then you get your head banged in. That is brutal. So maybe him bashing his head in was just because he was gonna die. There's no way you're gonna survive all those bee stings.
Well,
maybe.
Why wouldn't you? Do people die from getting bee stings?
That's
really?
a lot. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. His whole face was gonna swell up. He was probably getting stung with his neck and stuff like that. He wouldn't be able to breathe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That
so
makes sense.
yeah, it was probably too much for him to survive. But he didn't take any chances. So
He did not.
you know, so I think that was also payback for, you know, what happened to him as well. And then he went down, saw his cousin dead, and then he hit her ass in the knee.
Oh, that was fucking
That
tough.
shit.
Pop it back in.
Oh, and it wouldn't stay. I was like, God damn, y'all, come on.
That was graphic.
Yeah, when she just popped the knee back in, I was like, okay, that's weird. But then his dumb ass, I don't know. Would you guys believe the antifreeze shit? She convinced him that she had the cure to kill his mom and that it was in a bottle of antifreeze.
I have to hide it there. I busted out laughing. I ain't gonna lie.
You're asking if we would believe it. Do you remember a very rich person telling people to take horse tranquilizers to get rid of COVID?
Okay. Point taken.
Or to drink a little bit of Clorox.
Right. Or to drink a little bit of Clorox.
He's very desperate, so
and he
he's
was
gonna.
desperate, wanting his mom,
Yes.
and he like probably, yeah. I could see him believing that, but it was funny
Yeah, I laughed
because
too.
she
I was like,
came
come on,
off with
bro.
it like
She
she reeled that shit. I was just like, you know what? It's in the trunk, and it's in this bottle of antifreeze. I had to do it so nobody would know. You know,
I was like, bro, come on, you're not really finna do this, are you?
he was.
And it was blue.
But I mean, what color would a cure be? An alien cure.
He should know what color antifreeze looks like.
He had a bike. He didn't even have a car.
Damn, that's a good point.
I didn't know antifreeze came in different colors till recently.
It was either blue or green.
No, they got
typically.
pink.
Oh, that's true. They do have
Yeah, they
pink
got pink
antifreeze.
and, like,
that is true.
yeah.
I hate the fact that we can't taste it because
It look
science,
flavorful, don't it?
no, because science says that's why you have to keep it away from kids and animals because apparently it's really sweet and it tastes good. That's why.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why animals drink it and
Definitely.
die.
Damn, I ain't know
You
that.
can probably
Yeah.
try a little bit.
Nah, you do it. Let me know.
Oh, just a dab.
Go ahead.
Nah,
I'm really curious to know what antifreeze tastes like.
That's funny.
Did y'all feel bad for Teddy killing his mom?
No, I was like, you dumb motherfucker, you.
Yeah, that was stupid.
You stupid
You know
bastard.
all of this stuff, but it was desperation, so
Yeah.
I get it.
He was peddling his ass off.
He was.
Boy, he was
His little skinny ass
moving.
was going, bruh.
and then I couldn't believe he didn't get caught. I think that's what she was banking on. I thought
Yes.
it was him going there and doing that and getting caught.
Yeah, she told him that. She's like, I didn't really think,
your
I didn't really think you get all the way
dumb
through.
ass was gonna do it.
I thought she did that because she was just trying to, because she was upset about being popped in the knee and electrocuted and slapped or punched. So I thought this was like, she was just trying to also just pay him back. But in the middle of all that, though, as she escapes, and it was also a means for her to escape, she see, a little light in the wall, and she goes through there, and she discovers that she wasn't the first.
Jesus, man.
And that this was been...
Shocking. I was like, oh, so he a serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wasn't even, at this point, thinking that she was an alien.
Not in the slightest. I'm just thinking, oh, he's a real crazy person.
Yep.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I didn't think that until he got back, and she was like, how many? And I was like, oh, shit.
That's when I knew she was alien.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe she's smart. She went in there, she processed the information, and she's doing this whole dance with him. But then that wouldn't have made sense. Like, she would have just left when she got over.
I don't think she can leave, though. I think the door was locked.
The door to the cellar was still locked.
Yeah, I think it was, with a lock on it.
Got you, okay.
Because I was like, why the hell didn't she just leave?
Yeah.
But at least that's what I'm telling myself. They didn't show us that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when he got back, he had to unlock the door to come in.
Yeah.
And when she was standing there, she was like, how many? Oh, yeah, she's alien.
He
And then
said two.
Yeah.
So he killed all those people. Well, I guess we don't know how many people he killed, but
It looked like a lot.
It looked like a lot.
Thick-ass book.
it looked like a lot.
Yeah.
And she said, how many were actually Andromedans? And he said 2.
Oh, shit.
So he killed a lot of people for nothing.
And then this speaks to when we go talk about
Yeah,
Dom.
but he learned a lot in the process.
He did.
In killing people?
But look, I think this speaks to Dom's suicide too, because he probably was there for all of it.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah,
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
bro, like he probably
It's
was
like, this
fucked
is
up in the
enough.
head. Yeah, exactly.
It-
And it speaks to the electrocution.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of them probably couldn't take those many votes, like y'all was saying.
That's how he knew that she was a queen, because he was like, not only are you an alien, you're a queen, because only a queen could take this
Because
much.
I've done this so many times. And I'm glad they didn't give context to that until then. Because I've done this so many times and most people wouldn't have survived this.
Right.
But you did.
And for the viewing audience, for me, it's just like, nah, you kind of crazy.
Yeah, you're
But
crazy.
He has all this research.
Facts.
He had to kill a lot of people, but isn't that what science does? They experiment on labs and all kind of animals and shit like that.
And the fact that he's a beekeeper and that he understands how worker bees
And queens.
serve to only serve the queen and the hive, he would know how someone would behave as far as like serving, I don't want to say higher power, but so him killing all those other people just to end up getting a queen, and the fact that he was so fascinated by that, this shit was so interesting.
Yeah, because this whole tone changed.
Yeah.
When he found out she was a queen.
But even when he
He
came
treated her
back
with
and found
royalty.
his Dawn was dead, he didn't kill her.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first I was like, oh, he's gonna shoot her, but he didn't. She killed his mom in his eyes.
Mm.
And his
He
cousin.
came back and his cousin's dead. I was like, oh, he's definitely gonna fucking kill her, but he doesn't because he realizes, nope, she's a queen and I have a higher purpose, which is to help the people on Earth. So I'm still gonna go through with this.
And with the mom dead, he really could have killed her.
He had nothing to live for at that point.
But she
Nothing.
did convince him that she could still bring Don back, right?
But she tried
Did
to say
she?
that. I think what he had to live for was the thing that they were waiting on. He thought he was going
Right.
to be able to go.
His whole purpose was to stop them or convince them to withdraw from Earth. So his whole idea was, I'm here to serve the greater colony, Earth. So I'm going to not be selfish and shoot you. I'm going to still have you take me to the
Your
mothership
leaders, yeah.
and convince y'all to leave.
Yeah, because in the midst of all that, this is when she reveals that she is Andromedan. And she goes to the whole backstory of like the history of Earth and the experiments. And when she was talking, like, that sounds like Noah's Ark. What the hell? What the, like, I thought she was, bruh, it sounded like some bullshit. There was so many things. That's why I think this was so well done, because a lot of this shit seemed like it was a bunch of bullshit.
Yep.
Like, you just making this shit up. The hair thing, this story sound like you just making this up, you know, and just using Christian and religion to tell these stories. But then you think about actual stories from religion and how silly they probably sound just in general. You know, when you process it, you know, that there was an ark and the world was flooded and he put two animals on it and the animals just showed up. Like, all this shit sounds silly,
Facts.
you know. But yeah, she tells the whole history of Earth, which I actually thought was kind of fascinating, because I was like, man, that's if they actually really did that. And she was like, but it's also a story about God and God's being upset with their so-called creations. Happened in Prometheus, the Alien movie, where they were going to destroy their creations because humanity and humans don't know how to act and they're flawed. So, and in the midst of all that, even with his mom dead, he still didn't kill her because she convinced him that I could bring Don back and, you know, show the body and stuff like that. And we have to get to my office because the code's there. And man, Spike, when he tucked that gun in his waist and he kind of walked like he had a little pimp walk to him. All that shit is stupid.
It was.
And she's walking in and, you know, she's like, everybody's like, oh, everything's fine. She's been gone.
Just pop back up.
And nobody called the cops. Nobody tried to go in and see what's wrong. She just walked into her office.
Well, they were gathering around the office, though. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that, but I guess
They were like, what the fuck is happening? Even
Yeah.
the security dude, in the, like, to let them in the gate, he was like, bro, are you okay?
Mm.
So, yeah.
And then, but she says this whole stupid. All of this shit sounds stupid.
I gotta type the code.
I gotta type the
on the
code in a
calculator.
calculator.
He said, this seems rather primal, but okay.
I don't remember the code because it's a 58 digit
Oh
code.
my God. I thought she was bullshitting him.
Bro, it sounds like bullshit. And you gotta go in a closet.
She was typing in the calculator. I was like, bro, come on.
At this point, I believed everything she was saying. I was like, all right.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
The
like, I'm
calculator
here.
threw me off. I was like, nah.
I was
man.
I
like,
thought
okay.
she was stalling.
She
Mike.
calling the police. Like, she waiting on the police to show up, bro. That's what I'm thinking.
I knew she was an alien at this point. So I was like, oh, yeah, she's this is true. All right.
Where'd he get the bomb from?
I guess he made it.
But when did he put that on? Did she not see it?
Neither of us saw
He
it.
could have had it on the whole time because it was under his shirt.
Ah, okay.
So he could have had that bomb on the whole time.
Oh, okay. The whole time that he was torturing and doing all this.
Yeah.
It could have been a contingency plan in case she does get free.
To blow everything.
Just
up.
blow everything up.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, just to let you know, I prepare for all situations.
Mhm.
What is it? Like, I was like, oh, shit. Abort.
Man, all this shit was crazy. Like a teleporter closet, and he went in the closet, and when he exploded,
I was like,
Did the
damn,
bomb
bro.
go off or did she press the code?
I think she did something. It's just we can't tell.
I think she pressed the
She
code
pressed
to
the code.
teleport him,
And it just blew him up
and
instead.
I think the frequency may have.
Made the bomb go off.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what I think
That
I
happened.
was confused.
They weren't very clear, which is cool, but yeah, I think the teleporter, the activation of the teleporter triggered the
Made the
bomb, made the
bomb
bomb go off. Did she know that was going to happen? I don't know.
Mm.
But all we know, we saw his head roll on the floor.
After popping her in the face.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Her whole face was red.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
And they took her out, and then of course, the reveal happened, and she limped her ass all the way back, hopped her ass into the damn closet, and teleported back to the Andromeda mothership. And everything that Teddy was saying was fucking fat,
Crazy,
fucking insane. Andromedan Express, and this is why I like this movie, because it's grim as fuck. Because they had a conversation. It was very diverse too.
Yeah, it was diverse.
And it was like, we tried to give them a chance.
And they were like, we experimented, but it don't look like they're gonna be any chance to survive.
Yeah, the experiment and everything that they were running did not work, and they weren't be able to survive. So they decided to just kill everybody.
Kill them all.
Yeah.
Mad King style.
Yep. So what'd you guys think about that ending? Like he let you sit with that. He showed damn near the whole earth.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yes. Kids too.
Yeah.
The only thing they didn't show were babies.
Yeah.
But we know that they're there.
And them poor animals. They had nobody to feed. Like,
they're gonna eat the humans.
Yeah.
Those animals will be fine. They'll do what they did before we were here.
True.
Because I think that was the whole point of showing that. Because like they showed all those people dead, but then they showed the animals were alive, and then they showed the bees start to come back. So it's implying that humans are the problem. That we are destroying the earth. We're destroying the ecosystem. Without us, the earth and the ecosystem will thrive. So I found that to be a cool message, because it's true. The only reason any animals are extinct now is because of us.
Because we did it.
Yeah, and it's almost like a again, a very Christian thing, being reborn from, death, which ties back to the Bugonia, the Greek mythology.
And she tried to argue against it at the table, though, right? Because remember, he was saying that they were causing the bees to be extinct, and she was like, sometimes a species just runs its course.
Yeah.
Which was a hell of a line.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a line that she said. So
this movie was, now that we've talked about it, I like it a little bit more.
So who's the villain? Teddy, Michelle, humans, all of the above?
I don't think Teddy was a villain.
You don't think Teddy was a villain?
Once the reveal happens at the end, it's like, okay, he was right. He was like crazy, but he was right. He was trying to save the world.
He killed a lot of people, y'all.
He did, but
like you said, science.
Motherfuckers gotta die for other people to live, man.
Huh.
Yeah. But I did think it was interesting, because when you look at it, I was like, wait, okay, so did this happen? Like, is this all real? Or are we supposed to take it that some of this might not be real? I know I do this every fucking movie.
Was it like a dream?
But
or something?
I was wondering if this was Teddy slowly descending to a mental break, right? So let's say it didn't happen, and what we see at the end is Teddy finally going off that cliff and just being like, all right, I'm gone. My mind is broken, and
Killing himself.
he killed himself, and then when we see the earth being popped, that little bubble being popped, and all the humans dying, that's him thinking like, this is how
it happened.
Yeah, this is how it happens, because I'm killing myself, or I'm dead, and I'm not here to stop it. Or she. So wait, let's say it didn't happen. It's just in Teddy's brain, or it did happen, and then it's just, I guess she's just like a representation of corporations, I guess, like destroying the earth or whatever, and us not being competent enough to know that that's what's happening, and to try to stop it. I don't know. I'm still debating whether or not this whole thing even happened.
That's a good question.
I didn't think about that. Only because I didn't see any moment where I didn't see any. He was sad that his mom was killed, but he just moved on to the next thing. and I didn't see kind of his of a reaction from that.
But that would be kind of a sign of a mental break, wouldn't it? Like you don't have any emotion. Like you just killed your mother,
Mm-hmm.
and then you come back and you're just focused on no, I got to get to your spaceship so I can get y'all to leave the Earth. I don't know.
What was he going to go up there and make? Did he think he was going to go up there and make his case?
Yes,
Okay.
I think he thought he was going to go up there and be able to convince them to not destroy the Earth. But if you look at it again metaphorically, this is them, this is us, this is people trying to convince these corporations not to do these things that will destroy the Earth.
Like AI.
But they don't listen, like AI, like carbon issues, or like pollution, or any of these things, right? So I don't know. I'm fine with not knowing if it's all real, but I'm also kind of like interested in knowing, okay, did he just imagine this part?
Yeah, and the whole conspiracy thing is like you're watching this thing, and as I'm watching it, at one point I'm like, he has this conspiracy theory, and he convinced himself that this thing is indeed true. It turns out that it was true, but what if it wasn't? And his belief in it created its own truth, which could lend credence to what Mike is saying. Is like he's so far gone that he just took it all the way.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's the whole science aspect of it versus humanity. There's a lot of experimentation that goes on, you know, as well with these drugs and stuff like that. You know, life equals death. We're going back to, you know, the bees or Bugonia. Power, you know, that whole thing that was going on, and you're a captor, but you think you're still better than the people that capture you. You know, there's the whole thing about, you know, environment as well. You know, so it's a few things here as well. I'm definitely want to rewatch it. I think you have it's smart, it's subtle, it's like there, but it's not in your face. You have environmentalism, corporate greed, you know, conspiracy theories, you know, the whole religious aspect as well. You know, people, man, it's an interesting movie. I'm glad I actually watched it. Was there any favorite scene of performance?
Well,
go ahead. What you got?
I was just thinking, like, you know, even though I was wondering if it actually happened or not, I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because I guess the whole point is, you know, whether she's an alien or she's not an alien, I think the whole point is we've let, you know, greed and ego and technology and money and all of these things control how we treat each other, because the whole time they're so combative with each other. Teddy with Michelle with Teddy, like they can never get to any kind of meeting ground. And I guess when you look at her especially, she puts on this front of caring about people and, you know, I want you to go home and have a good day and all this other shit, but in reality, she doesn't give a fuck about anybody, because she still goes up to her ship, clips the button or clips the little bubble and kills everybody.
And who could be the ship? Corporations, CEOs, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Boards. Yeah.
And then you look at Teddy and you're like, oh, he wasn't crazy. Yeah, maybe he wasn't. Maybe the movie is telling us that we should listen to some of these people that tell y'all things that sound crazy, but they're not all the way crazy. Maybe there's a little bit of misinformation in there somewhere, but at the heart of it, there's truth. You know, and I'm not talking about the Alex Jones of the world, people like that, talking about lizard people and shit, but like, you know, like we were talking about earlier, when people say like, hey, you ain't got to roll your window down all the way. You're like, oh, you sound crazy, but it's actually true. You know, it's actually true. Like these people, these tinfoil hat people, they sound insane, but maybe if we just stop and listen, maybe there's something there. I don't know if that's what Yorgos Lanthimos was saying or not, but I think it was an interesting thing to take from the movie.
That's what I got from it. Essentially what you're saying, that there's something there. Like you have this person who throughout the whole movie, even if he didn't go out his way, well, they painted him as a crazy person.
Yes. Yep.
But then you get to the end of it and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And it goes to a lot of what you said to vocalize that, in the sense of like, maybe these people aren't as crazy.
Maybe there are lizard people.
Maybe not.
Or maybe there's, you know, when we first heard about climate change and all of us were like, but man, come on. The earth is getting that hot. really? It didn't. It sounded stupid. But then
It's 80 degrees in November.
right, you're like, wait a minute, those motherfuckers weren't crazy. But that's usually the way it goes. You sound crazy until you're able to prove that you're not.
Mm-hmm.
But what did you ask? Sorry, you said favorite scenes.
scene.
Oh yeah, just favorite scene or performance. If y'all have
Jesse
one.
Plemons for me. I think he killed this. But Emma Stone did a great job as well. My favorite scene is probably the dinner scene. Like him thinking spaghetti was a luxury meal.
And he didn't even eat he ate the noodles with no sauce.
Oh, talking about Don?
He was just eating the noodles.
Was it Don? It was one of them
Don
ate the noodles
started-
with no
yeah.
sauce. I was like, bro, what are you doing? That shit bothered me.
God.
I'm like, you have no spaghetti sauce in that.
That was funny, man. That whole thing was funny to me. But that was my favorite scene.
Yeah, when he climbed across the table, I
Yes.
was like, yo, that's insane.
Facts.
That was really, really well done.
Yeah, I don't even know if I have a favorite scene.
Okay.
I do agree. Jesse Plemons absolutely murdered this. The guy that played Don was great.
Mm-hmm.
Emma Stone was great, but it was Jesse Plemons. I mean, he never gets a full movie. And this, at least as far as I can tell,
You're right.
he's always a side character.
Mhm.
We get a good 15, 20 minutes maybe of
Yep. And we're always like, damn, he killed that. Like,
Facts.
even in that, what was the movie about America crashing
Civil
down?
War.
Civil War. Even in
Mhm.
Civil War.
The little
He
6
had
minutes.
5
Man, he
minutes. And
killed
we were
it.
like, God damn. That was the most compelling 5
Facts.
minutes of the whole movie.
Facts.
But you finally get to see him slim down, looking like a fucking crackhead. You see him through the entire movie, and I'm like, God damn, he really is a high quality actor. He
Mhm.
killed this movie. But yeah, I definitely need to see it again. I only saw it once. I didn't fall asleep, but it was definitely getting. You sit in a dark ass theater in a lounge chair. There's definitely some moments that were a little testy, but yeah. I want to see it again.
Same.
Yeah, me too. There were definitely a couple of lines that Teddy said that I wish I could remember, and if I watched it again, and I would have, but it was Halloween, so I couldn't go.
This is so much better than Kinds of Kindness. I wish this followed Poor Things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, this definitely had. When I saw after the fact that this was the guy that did Poor Thing, I was like, made sense. And I wasn't that big of a fan of Poor Things, but
That's crazy.
maybe I need to rewatch it. But yeah. I don't think I was. I don't remember. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Poor Things. But after watching this, I was like, dang, maybe I need to go back and rewatch that.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah, because I like the cerebral undertones in this movie. But anyway, man, that's gonna do it for us, man. Let us know what you think about this movie. When your favorite scene, your favorite performance, and we'll catch you guys next time. We out. Peace. I actually want to go I want to go watch the Korean version.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that too.